together 100 million. Yes, sir. That is real knowledge. Like this here. Talk to him. Give him something. Skin to skin, bones to clones. Never leave your mind.
Welcome, friends, family, and disgruntled listeners to the 13th edition of To the Maroon, a show about everything and nothing. I am your host, Danny, aka Captain Maroon, and I'll be joined by my co-host, Sergeant Maroon, Sean, and a little delay in getting this one out because my headphones broke. Because of course they did. So I got a new pair, and I even have this sticker on this, I'm realizing, because I'm a Maroon. Forgot to take that off. And also, I'm having some audio issues with it. It's not getting the playback that I like. So anyway, having fun with that. Oh, and I got stung in my hand, in my ring finger exactly. I think it was a yellow jacket, which I found out is part of the wasp family, and I am allergic to wasps. So I have been having fun with that. Haven't been able to close my hand. Typing's been weird. Regardless, let's jump back into it. In today's pod, we're going to talk about some New Year's resolution updates in July, talking about DAWGS and dropping some knowledge, and there's a discussion about our current go, go, go work culture and what that sort of drives us to. And we also continue the CHUMP discussion because we all have a moment or two or three of being chumpy, of looking back and going, man, I should have done the exact opposite of what I actually ended up doing. And even worse, you knew what you were doing was the wrong thing. That to me is a chump, because you are a fool to be doing the wrong thing when you know it's the wrong thing and you do it anyway. But here's the thing, we all have those tendencies, those weaknesses, those moments, those experiences of being a human and being a chump. And I think it is part of this roller coaster we call being alive. And it is seeing the chump dar go off and realizing you are caught in the crosshairs. And so me and Sean jump right back into the chump talk. And with that, my fellow Maroons, let's go on a journey. Philosopher, please take us away.
Give it. West Coast back in the fold, bringing the fire like that Santa and a window. Sooner or later, gotta acknowledge this game. OG balance with that Minecraft thing. Hood to hood connections all across the globe. Putting these vibes back where they belong. Been better since I stepped onto the scene. Kind of lyrics make your mama wanna sing. Unlock these doors, let me in. It's a philosopher with the gift of being. Musical tracks beginning to the end.
California. When we're calling people chumps, we are in that group. At least I'm in that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I'm a fantasy football playing, video game.
Yeah.
Owner, Maroon. I am Captain.
I'm watching my,
Maroon.
political news shows on YouTube and Rumble all day, and then I'm like, I can't get through the day without thinking about porn. Like, I'm a monkey. My monkey brain is so monkey brained that it's like I can't have a phone with me that is not rooted to block me from getting to porn. Like it's fucking nuts. And again, I'm glad I'm doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. But the fact that I need or feel that I need to block my own phone from getting to porn is a thing.
You're almost at the level of like, I can't stop masturbating, so I'm gonna chop off my hands.
I'm gonna put a chastity belt on myself, so I'm not. Anytime I reach down, it's like it spikes or some shit. It's like my hand's bleeding.
That's dude, that would and you're still doing it. You're like like it's just bleed, it's just
No
cut
pain,
in
no
your hand.
pain.
No
Yeah.
pain, no gain.
Yeah, so we're chumps too.
Captain Maroon here. Quick interject. I thought about just ending the pod right here. Just literally fade to black, roll credits. Not sure how we're going to top that. But sometimes you gotta start with dessert. Back to the main.
And hey, first step is like, all right, like, you do your best. But don't I guess like, and I'm a little envious of like the people who are like, yeah, we we're not chumps, but they're really chumps. It's like, well, hey, maybe they're happier. But I don't think they're happier. I think it's all a facade.
Anyway, moving on. So the greed thing is it's a thing, and I've been afflicted by that too briefly when I was in my heyday of gambling. When I was just like, I mean, not that I am completely past that fucking thing. Oh my god!
You're not in the heyday. You're like
I'm not.
You're well in your stride, but you're not at the zealotry. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm not in the cellar anymore, where I would just throw like fucking just thousands of dollars gambling, and then whenever I would win something, it's like, take the win. It's like, but I could flip it to more. What if I then put it on the Patriots to win the Super Bowl? Then I'll win even more, and then you lose it. And you're like, right. I've seen it in fucking gambling videos where the guy's sitting there, and it's like, I don't get like the essence of the game. Basically, it's just like hitting a button, and then he either wins money or loses money, right? And this guy like was up to $10,000. He's like, I should cash out. He goes, a few more, and then he goes, boom, 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 all gone. It's like, right, exactly, because once it gets a hold of you, you're like, I want it all. You turn into Babe Ruth. That fucking line, when he says to that kid, I want it all, kid. And you're like, oh, this guy's nuts. You are like, once you get into that fucking mindset, it's a sickness, dude. It really is. And what sucks is that the people that have that sickness, they have the money and the power. No one's telling them no. At least with, alcohol or whatever, or something like meth. Someone's going to tell you no, it's the cops, or it's going to be society. You're like, hey man, like you're coming into work drunk. Like that's, can't be doing that. Or like, hey, you're on heroin. So like no one wants to deal with you because your sickness is now make you look like Skeletor. Like your teeth are rotted. This is a problem. This greed sickness is just like, what's crazy is and it's genius. They've actually flipped it where now they have made people idolize them, where we idolize their sickness. Like, oh, I want to have all the cars too. But I want to have 10 man. I can't wait till I have, my own island. And you're like, oh my God. Now it's like they've made rich people celebrities, dude. Isn't that crazy? Rich people are celebrities. Why are you famous? I have a lot of money. And it's like, oh, I want to be them. Oh, the life of the rich and famous. Oh, it's so interesting.
Well, it used to be Hollywood. Now Hollywood's kind of dying out. And now it's Silicon Valley moguls and, guys like Mark Cuban. And like those are, that's what we strive for.
Yep.
It's
influencers.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it, Sean. I'm saying to like and subscribe to the podcast, and we're looking for a sponsor. Something fun. I want to say something fun. To the Maroon, brought to you by Afla. Get that.
I mean, it would be
Swan.
good to be like, hey, we're sponsored by, Klaus Schwab.
Yeah. And then for an hour we railed the bank system.
Yeah.
We're like, guys, just focus on Chase. Can you at least do that? You just focus. It's like, no. Got to go after all of them. They're like, all right, we'll still sponsor you, but we just. How about slightly less masturbation jokes? We're doubling them.
Yeah. That ain't. Yeah. They knew what they bought.
They knew exactly what this was. Next topic.
Yeah. It's well, speaking of New Year, one of the other resolution things was like, learning, we can go yours or mine, but mine was kind of influenced on yours. It's like, okay, I want to learn something that's not about like work. Like, can I learn knowledge that's not in that?
And this is a new thing, because I think your resolutions were house and don't jerk off. I think that was your two.
Yeah.
And then I threw out the dog thing, and you're like, that's stupid.
Yeah, like this is why do you want to do that?
What do you fucking care?
You want to learn about dogs?
Shot all over my resolution. Like, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You want to learn, you want to gain knowledge. So, bull terriers, right? A bull terrier, in my head, think. Remember, Next Friday?
Yeah.
You remember the dog in Next Friday? That little fucking white dog with like the.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, because I've seen that movie so many times. But he has this like little white dog. It has like a very specific. I'm gonna see if I can. Why not? See if I can share my screen.
Friday After Next was, by the way, really good, and this was like 2003. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
That was really like underrated of the decade.
I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see this. But this is for like so people know what the fuck I'm talking about. This dog here in the top left. This is what I thought a bull terrier looked like. I'm like, yeah, that's a bull terrier. Clearly, it's a bull terrier, right? That's a bull terrier too. This breed, I wouldn't have guessed that. It's like, wait, what? That's a bull terrier, and then they have miniature bull terriers coming up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got new mini bull terriers, and I'm like, oh, that again, I could tell is a bull terrier, but like that's a bull terrier. That looks more like a Doberman. This is why I get all confused. I'm like, wait, what? This is a bull terrier over here when I'm hovering. Like, what the fuck? And also like this American pit bull terrier. So this is a bull terrier. So these are all bull. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I thought this was an American, just a pit bull, and it's like, oh no, it's American pit bull terrier. I guess it's all part of the same breed. I guess this is how stupid I am. I had no idea that all of this was the same breed of dog. Even this, a Staffordshire bull terrier with like the big wide face. I'm like, that's also a bull terrier. Like, I'm clueless, man. I love dogs, and I'm like, I know nothing about them, which is crazy. Like, I obviously have a general idea of like what a bull terrier is, and then I see all these different photos of. I'm like, I never would have guessed that's a bull terrier. Like, what the fuck? So, I want to be able to get to a point. And this is a long goal, but like, I want to get to a point where I can see like a dog and be like, oh yeah, is that like a miniature bull terrier mixed with like a Doberman breed? And they're like, yeah, wow, how did you know? Oh yeah, Dobermans, their ears are like this. They're like, what the fuck? Why did you know that? My sister has a lot of dogs. She's a dog sitter. She has like
does she know the difference between the?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
She's all about that stuff. She's dog boarding. She has like 20 different dogs at her house all at different time. She's like walking 30 different dogs. I mean, she's like hundreds of different dogs. She knows the different breeds. I don't, and I feel like I don't know what she's talking about when she brings up some of these breeds. And oh yeah, I was working with this, or I had this kind of mix. I'm like, I should be able to visualize what that dog looks like, and I can't. And it's like,
Oh, okay.
and then she shows me a photo. I'm like, oh, okay. But like, there's just, I don't know. It's just like, I love dogs, and I think they're fascinating, and they really are man's best friend. And at some point, I'd love to have like a house and backyard, some dogs and stuff. And I'd like to like actually know about like what dog I want. I want to be like, I have no idea. Aren't they all the same? It's like, no. Some have like severe health problems, and some,
Yeah. Yeah. I know what a French bulldog looks
Right.
like.
yeah.
And boy, oh boy, yeah. Oh, the flat face looks great for Instagram, but a lot of problems on them. Yeah.
Yeah, totally, dude. And like, yeah, and so like, I don't want to like, when I eventually get a dog, be blindsided to be like, oh yeah, you got like a dog who it's like bred for like running. Like, this is all the dog does is run. And it's like, but all I do is game and sit. And it's like I get like my sister, like I wanted to get a husky because growing up,
Yeah.
we had a Malamute husky mix, but I think it was more Malamute Taz, right? And I was like, oh, I just want to get a husky, it'd be remind me of Taz and all that. And my sister's like, you don't want to get a husky. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, you don't tell me what I want, right? I was kind of I was like, you don't tell. I want a husky. I love the way they look, and I love how they're fluffy.
Some woman's gonna tell me what to do. Boom! There we go.
Boom! Got him. And then I started to actually watch husky videos.
Yeah,
they're insane.
Oh, for shit.
They're insane
they're
dogs,
big.
dude. They're big.
They're gonna get big.
They're big, but and that I had no problem with. That's what I was expecting. Like, my dog growing up was like Taz. He was like 90 pounds, right? He's like 100 pounds. So that's what I'm used to. Like, oh yeah, I want a big dog and fluffy. Well, huskies, 100% husky. They're like bred for like being outdoors and like, pulling sleds and like doing manual labor. They need constant exercise, like constant. I mean, it is like they have nonstop energy. And if you don't get that energy out, they howl. And even if you do like you could go on a 2-hour walk with them, like a hike, and you come back and then they're just howling. And people will record the videos, and someone's in the comments like, oh, your husky's got a lot of energy, you need to let him out. And the person responds, yeah, we just came back from a 2-hour hike and he's losing his mind. Like, this dog's insane. This has not, and it's just howling at nothing. And they're like, our neighbors hate us. They're like this 24/7. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And I had no idea. I
would have never guessed that. Yeah.
Right? Same here, dude. Same here. And so if I would have got a husky, I would have been like, oh my God, this is a nightmare. Like, I'm in a condo. Let's say I got a dog now. And like, I have like neighbors really like the thin walls, the whole thing. And I have a dog that is nonstop energy, howling nonstop, wants to run around, and there's like no parks around. I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking nightmare. What have I done? Why didn't I do any research? So yeah, I'm trying to get there. So I think every month I'm going to try to learn some new dog breed. And yeah, we'll see what we get there at the end of the year. And I'll probably devolve. I'll probably like have less knowledge by the end of it. I'll probably just be more confused. Like, I don't know if that's a Staffordshire or if that's a bullhound. I have no idea. It's like, didn't you do this for a year? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I kind of like, the reason I was color me intrigued is sort of like, it's knowledge for like knowledge's sake. It's not knowledge for like career. And when I originally was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I got to expand my mind. And immediately I went to like, oh, well, what'll boost my career? And after 2 weeks, I'm like, I get to the point I'm looking at it like, what am I doing? And I say, okay, well, let's say it's take the subject matter here, which is electrical engineering, and split out the career stuff and just look at it. Would you, are you interested in that? Are you willing to, do the work for that for knowledge's sake to better yourself? And don't think about career. And at first I couldn't do it. I couldn't split the career piece off it. Like, well, what if I want a different career? And I said, okay, no. The knowledge for knowledge's sake, And I thought about it, and I went, "Oh no, no way, not gonna do it." Yeah.
This is a
So
lot.
yeah, so this is I'll be miserable. So yeah, so I think your resolution is like knowledge for personal enjoyment and knowledge's sake, not like how am I going to monetize this knowledge? How am I going to start a business
Yeah.
with this? How am I going to make a podcast about I'm going to make a podcast about dog breed,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Tell people what's the best kind of dog.
Yeah, and I'm going to get subscribers, and I'll tell them about whatever. Yeah, no, that's we got enough of that.
Incoming hard transition.
We have enough of like chasing the dollar.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Yep.
like, all right, we're okay. Everything doesn't have to be about the dollar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now, I this work culture has got us all so fucked up over here in America, dude. That's all we think about, right? You go to a party or a bar, what's like one of the second or third things someone asks you when you first meet them?
What do you do?
What do you do? You're not. I need to judge how valuable you are based on your occupation. You know, your occupation is your life and
Yeah,
how
it's your
interesting
identity,
and
yeah.
your identity. It's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane. It is like so not who you are, and people obsess about their career and how can they always better themselves, and it's always chasing the dollar. And I don't know. Kind of might want to see where the planet's headed. You might want to take a look and see if I don't know if nonstop capitalism is the way. I don't know if just endlessly chasing the dollar is good long term. Is good short term. We're now a long term point where it's like, we're putting plastic in the ocean. Newborns now have microplastics in their freaking.
We're feeding pigs plastic pellets and shit, and then we eat the pigs. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah. I mean, like, guys, this is not gonna end well here. There is, I mean, it's so crazy to think about that there is a concrete dome in like the Pacific after World War II ended, where they dumped all their uranium and plutonium from their warheads. They're like, we need to store it somewhere, and they stored it in like this concrete dome in the Pacific. And because of the oceans rising, it's getting pretty close to the point where it's going to be completely covered by the ocean.
Oh my god!
And also, it is cracked and leaking. And so once it's covered by the ocean, they're saying it might leak radiation into the ocean for
terrifying.
100,000 years unless we
clean it up.
Oh my
god, that's terrifying.
And what's also crazy, there's no incentive by anyone, especially the United States, to go clean it up.
Yeah.
They're like, why? Why do we need to do it? What's the monetary gain by me doing it? What's the point? It's like, okay.
Speaking of, I had recently been, as part of the whole, like, what do I want to learn? And I got into nuclear energy a little bit. And one of the big things is, we have nuclear, it's bad because it creates nuclear waste. So what are we going to do? And all the, points and counterpoints is like, you're just, we can recycle the nuclear waste, and this is the way to go. And all you soy boys in California, all you want's your solar and your wind, and that has a bunch of problems. And digging down, getting past like the politics of it and the all of that, and digging down to what's going on, is nuclear waste comes in two forms. One is sort of like the low grade waste, and it's like, the radiation suits that like you'll see them wear, and they'll go in, and and all the equipment and stuff, anything that's kind of like in near contact with the uranium or plutonium. So that's low grade, and that's most of the nuclear waste. And what you do is you put it in sealed like caskets, and you have to wait 500 years. So put it all in a sealed casket, kind of, you don't have to bury, or you shallow bury it.
Mhm.
And it's you let it sit for, again, 500 years, which is a long time, but at least it's not, you're you're not worried about it getting into the wrong hands. You're not worried about it getting into, like, I don't know, like, it's not like the high grade. Most of it's the low grade. The high grade is like the rods, like you'll see them like
Yeah,
take out the fuel. So when that's all spent,
that's that good shit.
that's that good shit. That's the one. It's like it's minuscule compared to all the low grade waste, but the high grade waste, that's like, if you put this in a lake, everybody's gonna die in a day.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And so the idea is you either have to bury it really deep in the ground. And there's actually, like, I think there's like only like two places in the world, and one of them's in like Siberia or something like that. And there's
Right.
no place in the United States to do it. So it ends up just, I think it's like, I don't know what they end up doing. It just sits at the power plant. Um, and they just monitor it constantly
It all
because
goes to
there's
Baltimore. Just ship it there.
yeah. Well, the idea is you can recycle it, and you think, oh, this is a great idea. You take that spent fuel rod, and I figured it's called a breeder reactor, and the idea is you can actually get more nuclear fission out of it. And um but all the politics around it, of like, oh, well, it could be used for nuclear weapons, or it's too dangerous, this and that. The core reason that we don't recycle the nuclear, the high grade nuclear waste, is money, because it costs a lot of money to recycle. uh who would have thunk it? So it's easier to just buy and mine uranium, and then do your nuclear fission on that. And then, whatever nuclear waste you have, you just store it. Or, you bury the low grade, and you store the high grade. But in order to recycle those spent fuel rods, going to take a lot of money. So there's no profit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's no profit in it,
Mm-hmm.
particularly in America, no one's going to do it. So
Nope.
if you're thinking, we should do it, to make sure that this doesn't get into the wrong hands, and then they start like trying to, I forget what it is, like, but it's you can take the nuclear waste and turn it into a nuclear weapon. And then and you don't want it to end up in a river. You don't want it to, like, maybe there's an earthquake or something, and things happen. So there's all these environmental reasons, and other reasons, but it's not economically sound, so we don't do it.
It's not financially prudent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
It's like,
That's exactly it.
if there's
Yeah.
no money to make, then what's the point?
Right.
Clean up the ocean. Who's gonna make money off of that?
That's exactly right. There's no monetary incentive to clean up the ocean. There's no monetary incentive to recycle the spent fuel rods. There's no monetary incentive to go to that iron dome that you're talking about. Forget about recycling the nuclear waste in there. How about just fix the dome?
Yeah.
Have it stop leaking.
Yeah.
No, there's no there's no financial incentive.
Yep.
There's no long term. What's the future of our planet, our species, our society,
Nope.
even our countries? I mean, this is eventually gonna hit home somehow. It's gonna like mutate all the fish, or it's gonna this can't last. So yeah, it's really a shame. But yeah, at the end of the day, it all comes down to money.
Have you seen the wildlife adaptations in Chernobyl?
No.
It's crazy. They have like some really there's like I don't know, it's like I think it's a mushroom or something like that, but they have something that's like actually feeding off of the radioactive waste and like thriving off of it. And then they have, I think there's like some dogs that are purple. Like their
Oh
fur
man.
is just purple. It's like something, it's blue or purple, but it's some color that you don't get. I didn't realize this, but apparently blue is really rare in nature, and so is purple. Like you don't see a lot of blue and purple, which you think it
Yeah.
makes sense, right? You don't see a lot of like just blue birds or like just blue flowers. It's rare. That's why it pops out. These fucking dogs are purple in Chernobyl. These
Yeah.
wild dogs. It's like,
Purple especially.
yeah, and they adapted to that very quickly. Like it was like within like a couple decades they changed. So like what's the long term of that, right? I mean, what it's like
Oh yeah.
if those dogs, let's say like, that was like the norm, that's just how dogs look like that's not going to have any long-term effects like, wolves and dogs or it's just like, yeah, all this stuff. It's such a symbiotic relationship, our planet, and we just go, whatever, like out of sight, out of mind, who gives a shit? Like I said, no profit, there's no profit out of it, so why do we care? And everything's so short term with that thinking. And yeah, at some point them chickens going to come home to roost. And
Yeah.
it seems like that could be happening sooner rather than later, because it, like, again, going back to no financial incentive, they direly need to clean up in California all the dry bushes and
Yeah.
shrubbery, because that's what's catching on fire. And
Right.
they're not doing it. And there's some speculation, like in LA, that some guys like, I don't think they've probably cleaned it up in 30 years. And you're like,
Yeah,
that's
it could be.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
It's insane, but I guess I'm not surprised. Yeah.
They're like,
No
again,
money in it.
no
Yeah.
money, no money in it. And actually, if you think about it, it's so sinister, but they actually probably make money by letting the fires happen, because you get all these properties destroyed. Who comes in? The big guys that go, hey, don't worry, guys, we'll buy the land.
Yeah,
We'll turn it
and
into something.
private equity. Yeah,
Private
that's
equity, yeah.
the
Yeah.
real, movers and shakers. Yeah. They buy the land, and yeah, they and just, sometimes they don't even like put anything on it. They just keep it and say it's our land.
Yeah, they just want it. Again, goes back to that greed.
Yeah.
I want
They
it. I
want
want
it.
all the acres.
And if you
insane.
try and take back your land that they burned you off of, they'll send U.S. Marshals to come execute you. And yeah, and half the country will applaud it. Oh, you got to obey the law.
Yeah.
The law is here to protect. Yeah,
That's some
criminals.
that's some real landman stuff. That's some real Yellowstone stuff. That's what a man does. He protects what's his. He protects his property. He protects his property. Like, no one person has domain over all these fields and all this. It's like, this is all mine. It's like, you are an insane person. Like that. If you're making a cartoon villain, that's what a cartoon villain sounds like. This is all. Everything you see here is mine. Like, right? Because you're psychotic, and somehow we fucking look up to these people. It's crazy. And meanwhile, we bitch because DraftKings isn't available in California. I got a VPN. It's just bullshit. I'm mad because Stranger Things, the last season's taken a long time to get out. I want to have resolution. Their kids are going to be in their 20s. This is crazy. That's what you care about? No, right? That's what we care about. It's the dumbest shit. It's so dumb, dude.
There's a magic trick. Is 3 pieces. One is here's an ordinary, whatever, fork, and then, or here's an ordinary bird, and then the second one is you do some hand tricks, and then it's 20 birds, and oh my god, and then the third piece of the magic trick is the 20 birds, and you return it, and then you have the one baby bird. So it's ordinary to extraordinary back to ordinary. And I think the joke template that we've had here is you turn from ordinary to, kind of the extraordinary. Oh, the private equity firms, or they're the demonic representation of hell, and we got to fight them back, and then turn back to ordinary. But if that DraftKings works, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be happy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
buddy. Yeah. I think Nancy Pelosi's a lizard person. Also, I'm starting to wonder what I should do for my fantasy baseball season. If I should draft all closers or maybe focus more on starting pitching. And then
I do.
like, what?
I do. Yeah.
How could you equally care about both of those things and also within that short of a time frame? You're either
in the same sentence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny and also not too far from the truth. Because I feel like you have to. Because the thing is, with this stuff we're talking about, this heavy stuff, or whatever, if that's all you talked about, dude, it would be. You would just be
it
like,
would poison you.
Yeah, you'd be so weighted down, and I think that's what some people do. They get wrapped up in it, and then they interact with their coworkers. So like, how are you not as mad as I am? You should be fired up like me. And it's like, dude, I'm not like obsessing about every tweet and every like conspiracy theory and shit, and and like if that's all you think about, then man. Plato's cave theory, right? Like that's going to be your fucking world. It's like everything's out to get me. What's the point to any of this? They're just going to they're just going to treat me like the indigenous people. They're just going to kick me off my own land. And then they're going to make me work at a casino. They're going to say it's progress. And they just, what's the point? And then you're like, oh, must be fun at parties. Like, yeah, I don't like anything. Everything's broken. And like, oh, fun. Yeah. Then you got to go, I mean, it'd be really nice if Taco Bell, when they did their decades menu, if they would have did some kind of 80s, 90s combo, maybe, where they were like, hey, you can get a tostada with your gordita crunch. And it's like, interesting. Yeah, it's a good template. It's solid. And again, you could go down a dark path. And then if all you do is stay in the simple, oh man, we're my fantasy football team. Oh man, I can't wait to beat Dragon Age. Oh man, I just got an update on Instagram. Can't wait to see more. If that's all you care about, then ignorance is bliss. You're happy. I'm envious of that, but it's like you are also not. What can I phrase this in the nicest way? You are a part of a different reality than the rest of us, which is, I mean, whatever. Perception's reality, but you're like not. It's like you're so focused on the tree, you're not seeing that the forest is on fire. You're like, yeah, but isn't that a cool tree? And you're like, dude, turn around. Where's that smoke coming from? Coming from somewhere, right? Oh, I don't know. Not my problem. The fire seems like it's coming your way. It's about to be your problem. Yeah, but I feel like Millie Bobby Brown shouldn't have posted that selfie in that bathroom. She looked a little too much. It's like, what the? I saw that was an actual story. 3 days in a row, it kept saying, "Hey, Millie Bobby Brown responds to criticism of bathroom selfie," and I'm like, what the fuck? This is what people fucking talk about? Then you just stay in that TMZ world, right? This is all that matters, celebrity gossip. It's like, you are so disconnected from what's really happening. They're like, all right, have fun. But you're clueless. You might as well just be a lone wolf, just doing your own thing. And then every once in a while, come back to the pack. You go, oh man, have you guys played that latest Minecraft update? Like, no, I have 3 kids and my wife, we constantly argue, but who's responsible for them at this minute? I think it's her. I told her it should have been a blowjob. It's a whole thing every night. Oh. Well, it's a fun update. They added some new skins, some new diamonds. Yeah. It's like, oh, we're not on the same wavelength at all. We're not even on this. Might as well be different humans. So I feel like some of my friends now, they're like, oh, you just have different interests entirely. It's like fucking hanging out with you is a huge deal. I remember that was like, you You didn't even think about that back in the day. Oh, you want to hang out with your friends? Whatever. Now I was like, what are we going to do? That was the thing, right? It was like, what are we going to do now that we're hanging out? Now it's like seeing your friend is like, whoa, you're alive? You want to like get like a sandwich or something? They're like, yeah, okay. All right. I know a good salami spot down the way. This is so exciting. Like that,
Yeah, that's kind of, hey, I won't knock it. It's like you can get excited about stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally. But it's just anyway.
That's the nice part is the bar is low for that kind of thing. It's like,
totally.
Hey, you want to eat?
Yeah.
Together?
That's literally that's literally what we've been talking about, the D-Gens. We were talking about that all week. After I hit parlay. I hit a future parlay. Did I tell you that?
No, you did not.
Got a little money.
I mean, you did have a little pep in your step tonight.
Little pep. Little pep. That's why, Sean. Little pep. I'm buying Bitcoin. I can't wait till it hits 0. I'm just keep buying it as it goes down. The descent. Good time to buy when it's 10 cents. I'm going to keep saying it. It's a good time to buy as I lose all my money. It's great.
It is. It's higher than when I bought it. So I'm feeling I
think that's all you can. And you can't be wrapped up in this endless fucking prediction cycle, dude.
Yeah,
oh my
speculation.
God.
And currency speculating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be $500,000 by the end of the hour. It's like, shut up. Like, I'm so over it. God, you either believe in it or you don't, and and all these like predictions. It's gonna crash. Define crash. You can't even. They're just like, it's gonna crash. I saw Mr. Kiosk at it again. Oh, I'm getting ready for a big crash. That's why I'm buying Bitcoin, because the crash is coming. This idiot's been talking about a crash for 25 fucking years.
He should just take a clip from like 10 years ago and edit the date on it and just post it as a new video.
Yeah.
And
at least then he's got like the full set of hair, not gray. So this guy doesn't age. And his wisdom is so, it's just so, wow, how did he do it?
It's timeless. Because he says the same thing.
Yeah. Because every year we just keep saying it.
Yeah, if you just keep saying it, you'll land. Yeah. If you keep spinning the roulette wheel, it is going to hit black. So
not even a number. It's going to
not even a number. Yeah.
hit the other side of the table. Yeah. Look at me. I'm a genius. Yeah. That fucking the crypto thing is so funny. I believe, but I cannot stand any more speculation articles.
But this article doesn't fucking know. Yeah.
If I see one more Kathy Wood says $500,000 by the end of 2020. It's like, oh my God, Kathy,
the one who got away.
Yeah. And so why I brought up the Bitcoin and the winnings is because it goes back to the friends thing. I said, hey, because I won, let's hang out this Friday.
Yeah.
And they're like, awesome. What are we going to do? And I'm like, Dave's Hot Chicken. And that's it. We're all fired up about all.
Fuck yeah.
We're all going to go hang out at Dave's Hot Chicken. And then there's this other chicken place Dan recommended. Now we're debating, do we go to this spicy chicken place?
We go to both.
Yeah, just go to both.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. And it's a huge deal if Dan goes. Oh my God, we never see Dan. He's MIA all the time. He might. Apparently he's a local celebrity. He might show up. Did you hear? Dan might be there. Oh, maybe he'll tell us about his local going-ons.
Schoolboy Q is in the building.
Schoolboy Q, he's gonna tell us about his happenings. What's the deets, man? How's them kids? Oh, I hate them, but I love them. Seems to be the sum of every conversation with a parent. I hate them, but I love them.
I wish I didn't have them, but hey, I got them. So.
Yeah. We didn't realize it was a 24/7 thing, but
Yeah. Well, the modern world is not meant for it is incredibly difficult. Like
Yeah.
both parents are working. Prices are rising by the minute. There's a lot. It's kind of like a lot more. Like seems like it's a lot harder for kids. Like you think like, oh, it's easy with all the technology, but it just like messes up their brains. So they have a lot harder. It's a much bigger hurdle for them
Yeah.
to deal with, and then yeah, so it's like, geez, yeah, that's and everyone gets. I think it's like I don't know, maybe yeah. Anecdotally, I will say it seems like people get sick more, like particularly since COVID. Um, they get sick more, and then for me, I don't necessarily get sick more, but if I get sick, it's like I got like really sick. Like I told you, like geez, 4 months ago or something like that, 3 months ago, I got the flu and it was fucking rough. It was like it took a like I
Took
was
your ass
out for
out.
a week. Yeah, I thought it was walking pneumonia, and luckily it wasn't. Um, but I got the flu for a week, and then I had probably about like a at least 2 weeks of like relatively rough recovery, and then I had another month of like I would just if I breathe too hard, I would cough. So it's like,
Jeez.
Jesus Christ, there is some, I don't know, these flus are getting, I don't know, I'm getting weaker or the flu's getting tougher. One of the two.
Or it could be a
So
little bit of both.
yeah, I mean, it could be it probably is a little bit of both, but like at least the flu is like, damn, this is, not bouncing back is as hard as I thought, and that's kind of what I see around me too with people. So
Oh, you think about it. Can you have the flu and COVID at the same time? It's probably one or the other, right? I would think. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I guess I guess like you could, but
Wouldn't one of them
I don't
beat out the
know.
other one? You'd think.
Oh,
I don't know how that
uh,
works. To be honest, I'm not
yeah,
a
yeah. I don't know.
virologist.
I guess like if you got it at the exact same time, and I don't know, I think like yeah, probably one of them would win out. Yeah.
I would think, right? That's a hell of a
Yeah.
combo. Can you imagine that? Ordering that? Can I get the COVID
Well,
flu?
yeah, well,
Number
one
three?
thing I am confident in saying is do not get the COVID shot and the flu shot on the same day.
Which is what they want
The
to do, by the
idea,
way. They want to combine them.
right? And that's nuts because your body can't. The whole idea of a these shots is like you take it and then your body builds it has antibodies and it preps because if you get hit by the real thing, it already has a defense for it, and that takes time, and it takes energy. So if you got one, COVID and a flu, and now your body's like it's working overtime trying to build antibodies for both. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I got to deal with one.
Yeah, it's almost like your T cells or whatever. It's like they're the bouncer, and then the anti. Like when you get the shot, it's like they show you the picture of the guy. Like, hey, look out for this guy. This is what his face looks like. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we got it. Like, okay, we can deal with this guy when he comes in. But then if you get the COVID and the flu at the same time, it's like they're showing you the picture of the mugshot, and while they're showing you distracting that, the other fucking guy is casing the place. And he just fucking robbed it. And we're like, oh, our bar just got robbed. COVID just robbed us while we were studying the flu mugshot. Okay, we're ready for the flu. It's like, oh fuck, COVID. Yeah, it's. I don't think the body can handle both. I guess where I was going with the flu, can you have both? Is that I would imagine one would win out. I imagine they're competing, right? Just like anything. I mean, it's kind of.
I think so. I would think so, but yeah, I don't really know.
I would think so because it would seem like the one that was stronger would win out and would basically kick out the other one. Like I really feel like you wouldn't have. But I could be wrong, but I feel like it'd be difficult to have both. I feel like they'd be competing, and so with that assumption, because you're saying your flu got worse. I'm wondering if COVID came out and basically because when that happened, the flu numbers went way down because everything was reported as COVID.
Oh
What if the flu did go down because it was basically losing out, if you will. And then
COVID
basically
was wiping it out. Yeah.
what happened was there was the last few left, and they're just fucking sitting there doing push-ups like, fuck you, we're gonna fucking get the next one. And it just got really strong. And it's like, okay, now we can beat you, motherfucker. It's like, yeah, now you've created a worse flu because it had to combat COVID, because it had to be better, stronger than COVID. And now COVID's gonna be like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna beat me? I'm gonna be more contagious. Yeah, it's like, I wonder if the flu will just be more severe and then COVID will just be more contagious. We'll all eventually have some whatever version of COVID's going on, because it'll be like, oh yeah, you breathed in the air today, so we all got it. And then if you get the flu, it's like you're on death's door now. Like it's the equivalent of getting cancer, right? If you get the flu,
totally,
it's like, oh shit, you might die. Like this is like the 1500s, and you got the flu. Like there's a 60% chance you might die this week.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we might get to that point, right? And it's like, oh, this is ridiculous, man. Everything made in China. And they had they had to do it one more time.
Yeah, no, for me, probably RSV was the worst. That was like, I felt like there was a couple times I was on death's door. And like one night I remember like waking up and I straight up couldn't breathe. I thought, oh boy, I got to get air in me. And there was the faintest bit of air got into me, but my lungs were like so restricted from the RSV. It was quite terrifying.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that's at. I don't know if that's coming around again, or did that die out? I'm sure it didn't die out, because then that would be a good thing. It would be, yay, it died out. It couldn't, geez, what was it? There's like a game. I think it was itch.io game, or maybe it was a Steam game. Some of the, like an indie game where you are a virus. And it looked really cool. I never played it, but the idea is you are a virus and you're trying to like take over the world. You're trying to like spread to all corners of the earth, and the idea was, if you are too aggressive, like basically they'll do like, I forget, they'll take it they'll take it so seriously, and they'll dedicate all their resources to destroying it.
Right.
And if you're too weak, you'll end up kind of dying out. So you kind of like, the kind of way I from like what people were saying on the little comment section is sort of, if you want to be the best virus, you have to kind of like spread, and don't attack the immune system, which is what the virus generally wants to do. Don't try and like take the person down. Don't create symptoms on the person, because if you do, now they're going to suspect.
Right.
So can you spread without any sort of,
detection,
symptoms, detection, but also, you don't want to spread and be so weak that you get knocked out by, whatever, the T cells.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's what you were trying to do, is how do you do that? And so I think that's I kind of think the flu it's gonna be the one to win out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like a virus, that's all it has all day is to think about how it can do that. It's like going, oh, I wonder what's on TV right now. I wonder what. No, it's just going.
Influenza is not thinking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Who's won the beef? I wonder.
Yeah.
I think even the viruses know who won that beef. Full disclosure, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I swear. Not 1 second. I know that sounds hard to believe, because I am a football junkie nutbag fanatic, but I boycotted this past Super Bowl because I was absolutely sick of the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't know how else to protest. So I didn't watch any of it, not 1 minute. Didn't even watch the halftime show. Nothing. But I heard about it. Saw some clips. So if I know these viruses know they heard the same shit. They know, we know. You scream, I scream. We all scream for viruses. Thanks again for listening on our journey to the Maroon.
When we die, who's gonna cry? Does anybody say goodbye? Does anybody ride? Who's gonna funk with me down the way? 100-bar episode by your boy the Train, aka the Philosopher, building back the tracks back to back to back. Believe that. Yeah. Yeah. He gave it to me, so I'ma give it back. Yeah. He gave it to me. I'ma give it back. Believe that. He gave it to me. Yeah. He gave it to me. Yeah.
That might be a good end there to the recording.